Welcome to Cyberlab. In this episode, we'll be running through the installation of Proxmox virtual environment. Proxmox is an open source Debian-based virtualization platform that uses two key technologies. One is kernel-based virtual machines, or KVMs, and the other is Linux containers, or LXCs. Now, we're already running a Proxmox server here, and so this run through is I'm going to do this on VirtualBox. So essentially, all the steps will still be the same, but yeah, it won't be the case of put it on a USB stick and then install it into some hardware and then run the installation process as you would. Apart from that, this will be essentially the same. So let's get into it. Now, to get a copy of the Proxmox ISO, you would go to the Proxmox website. It's easy enough just to type in Proxmox and download in a search engine. Click on this. Now, as you can see, there are a few different versions here. In another episode later on, we will be going through what the Proxmox backup server is. I have a NAS on the environment here, and then I'll show you what the backup server does and how to install it. But for the purpose of this video, we'll be using the Proxmox VE 9.0 ISO installer. Now, I already do have a copy of this, but when you download it, make sure to check the SHA-256 checksum of the installation ISO when you get it. And it's good security practice. Just make sure that we can verify the integrity of the file. So what we will do is come to VirtualBox and we will run through the process of doing it. So I'm going to call it Proxmox demo. We will select the ISO image to use, classing this as Linux. And as said, it's a Debian based, so we'll select Debian. Hardware, let's just give it 16 gigs and 8 CPUs. Now, obviously, when you install it using USB, those options aren't available, but it's whatever hardware you build it with. Let's go with 120 gigs of hard drive space, and we'll click Finish. Now, to save any Okay. Okay, let's click that. Let's start the process. Minimize this, and we'll expand this out. We're going to select graphical installation. So this pop-up says no support for hardware accelerated KVM virtualization detected, but we'll just click OK. End user license agreement, because we all read those. Going to agree to that. In a normal system, you may have multiple drives, and so this drop down, you would be able to select which one of those you wanted to install the hypervisor onto. We've only got one, so we'll choose that and click Next. Start typing in Australia for country. Time zone. Let's select Perth and click Next. Type a password. doesn't look like I've made those the same. Nice. And apparently we need to give it, now you do need to give it a legitimate email, but I'm just going to put something random in there. This isn't an email address of mine, so please don't try and do anything with that one. So we're going to do host name, fully qualified domain name. So let's just call it proxmox.skynet. Gateway 192.168.100. It's not that. Let's just do 192.168.3.100. DNS server is 192.168.3.42. IP address. Oh, that's interesting. It's given us a IPv6. So let's do 192.168.3.100. This is our gateway address for the local network, and let's do 24. Okay. So what we've done there, we've given it a host name, we've assigned it an IP address, we've selected the gateway, which is our router, and we've also given it the DNS server. We're going to click next. Here's the summary before it does the installation. Make sure that you're happy with all these pieces of information: file system ext4, what disk it's on, country, time zone, email address. Essentially all of the choices you've just made running up to this. So we'll click install. Okay, that's going to automatically reboot in 3 seconds, but we're going to stop it from doing that, because if we do that without making any changes here, it's just going to run the ISO again. So I'm going to remove that, click OK, and we will run this VM again. Now, if you wanted to select one of these, you can. Otherwise, leave it and it will automatically boot into the environment. And there we have it. So now it's loaded up. It shows you the URL or the IP address that you can access the web GUI from. So let's check that out and see if we can, what we have here at home. So we'll shut that down and we will log into, and so this is the actual environment that I've got here. Save username and hit login. Okay, and there you have it.